Everyone, Todd here of the Pulse Network. We're taking a look at some of the games that you need to be taking a look at throughout the course of this entire college football season. There's actually 5 of them that could be shaping up this entire college football season. We're going to be counting them down right now with Todd DeVries of College Football Geek. Todd, let's go through this. The very first one, kicking off the season, Michigan versus Alabama, September 1st in Dallas. Love it.
That's right, in the Jerry Dome, right? What a great way to kick off the season. But there are some national title implications here. Obviously, Alabama's trying to repeat from last year. They're going to have to reload. They lost a lot of talent to the NFL draft. Michigan is an up-and-coming team. They were 11-2 last year. Camden R. Robinson caused problems for Alabama. Alabama cannot afford a slip-up in the opener due to that really tough SEC slate. The margin of error would be very slim for them. Alabama has to win this game or they're going to find themselves out of the national title picture come the end of November.
All right, let's jump ahead a couple of months and go to November 10th. Where we're going to be taking a look at Oklahoma taking on West Virginia. The Mountaineers should be a fun one.
Should be a really good one. West Virginia enters the Big 12 with their high-flying offense. And there are a lot of pundits out there that think Oklahoma could get through the Big 12 conference unscathed and likely play someone from the SEC. So if you're in that camp, this is one of the biggest games for Oklahoma, their biggest hurdle. It's at West Virginia in Morgantown. I think those guys might be a little fired up there in Morgantown for this one. Be very careful, Sooners. This could cost you a national championship attempt if you can't get through that game unscathed.
Well, you talk about national championship. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at number 3 because the national championship, we're basically going to have a replay of last year's. We're talking Bama at LSU. I can't wait for this November 3rd.
Yeah, and the only reason this is an obvious choice to make our top 5. The only reason it's not number 1 is it's kind of early in the season, at least by SEC standards. It's November 3rd. The winner of this game will likely have 4 more games to play. But what more do you need to say? Alabama, LSU, the winner of this game is going to have a shot at the SEC West to get to that title game, unless they slip up against another team that might be coming up later on our list here.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we're heard of this team once before. LSU taking on Arkansas, November 23rd. Another awesome one inside the SEC.
Watch out for Arkansas. They get both Alabama and LSU at home this year. And this game is at the end of the season, just before the SEC title game. If Arkansas can knock off LSU, if you lose late in the season, it's kind of hard to recover your ranking. So if Arkansas can knock off LSU there at the very end of the season, it could bode not too well for LSU. Plus, if Arkansas has a nice record, they could find themselves in the SEC title game and maybe, just maybe, an outside shot at a national title game.
We need the drum roll for this one. We have to go back to November 3rd. Actually, it's going to be a great day of football. We've got Oregon at USC. I can't wait for November 3rd.
Game of the year in my opinion. USC is my preseason favorite to win the national title. In order to do that, they have to beat Oregon. They get them at home. Lots of pomp and circumstance with Matt Barkley and company, and why not? They return one of the most loaded teams in the country. But let's not forget those Oregon Ducks. 2 years ago, with a first-year quarterback, just like this year, they made it all the way to the national title game. They got one of the best rushing games in the entire nation. And by the way, they're probably going to field one of their best defenses in about 5 years. Could it be enough to shut down Matt Barkley? We'll have to find out, but that's going to be an outstanding day of football. You're going to have Alabama and LSU at night, preceded by USC and Oregon. Can't wait.
I can't wait for the college football season to start. That's after hearing about these games. I can't wait for it. He is Todd DeVries, College Football Geek. I'm Tyler Pybert of the Pulse Network. This has been the 5 games shaped the 2012 college football season.